Okay. So come to comfortable seat. You can be sitting on a block or crisscross applesauce is totally fine. And if you feel comfortable this morning, you can close your eyes. Your hands can come to either kneecap, and just take a big inhale. Shrug the shoulders up into the ears, and then exhale, roll the shoulder blades down the spine. 3 more times like that. Big inhale. Shoulders come up into the ears. Exhale, shoulder blades slide down the spine. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, biggest inhale so far. Exhale, shoulder blades move down the back. Take 1 big inhale through the nose. Exhale, side out. This time we'll make that sighing noise, but with our mouth closed. So it's called your Ujjayi breath. It's from restricting the back of the throat. So we'll take a big inhale together. Exhale, close mouth. We'll try that one more time. Big inhale. Exhale, you should hear your exhale with your mouth closed. Big inhale for 4 counts. 2, 3, 4. Hold at the top. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold for 2. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold for 2. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold for 2. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold for 2. Last round. Inhale for 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold for 2. Big inhale through the nose. Exhale, side out. You can blink your eyes open. And your hands can come behind you. Your fingers can face either towards me or away from me. It doesn't matter. But I want you to plant your feet flat. Your knees are going to be facing up. We're going to go through a little bit of some hip mobility this morning. So if you guys have heard of like the 90-90 exercise, I just think this is like the best thing you can do. So with your knees like so, you're going to just kind of topple your knees over to the right. And when you look down at your leg, both your legs, you should feel that your shins are firmly grounded into the earth beneath you, and your leg is making a 90-degree angle, your right leg and your left leg. Ideally, both your butt cheeks, both your sits bones are on the ground, but if they're not, just think of gravity like pulling your hip towards it. And don't force anything, because this is a lot of pressure on your knees too. So take 1 big breath here. And then exhale, the legs move up, back through center. and then you'll move them over to the left. You take your 90-90 on the other side. I keep my toes flexed here, and this side is a lot tighter than my right side. Inhale, knees come back up through center, and then exhale, move them over to the right. Take one big breath here. Exhale, knees come up through center. And then as you move to the other side, take a big breath. Inhale, knees come back up through center. And then we'll play a little bit. Exhale, come back over to the other side. So your knees are over to the right. Your right hand comes down onto the ground this time. And you're going to press down into that pinky edge toe of your right foot and into your right glute, your right shin. Think of just elevating your hips a little bit. Yeah, like you're coming into like kind of like a clamshell. You should feel a nice stretch along the front side of your thigh, your left thigh. Exhale, lower down. Knees come back up through center. And then move them to the other side. We'll take that once more. Left hand comes onto the ground. Pressing into the pinky edge toe of your left foot and the left shin. Think of elevating the hips, pressing into those glutes. Yeah. Exhale, gently lower down. The knees come back up. Fingers can come behind you this time. Just kind of wipe your knees like so. Nice. You can come back to an easy seated. We'll just do some quick shoulder mobility and then we'll move on to our backs really quickly. So arms will come up to 90 degrees, like you're in your goalpost arms, and make some fists. Your thumbs wrap around the outside of your fingers. Flick the fingers wide open. Really, like stretch them. Yeah, nice. Make your fist again. 10 more times. 10. Flick open, yeah. 9. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. My right hand is way tighter. 2, 1. Probably because I'm texting all of you all day. Make your fists and bring your elbows and your forearms together right in front of your face. And we'll just pulse up in the middle for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. We are burning. 3, 2, 1. Nice. Hands can come down. Quick neck stretch to just release everything. So your left ear will come over to your left shoulder. Both fingertips can lightly graze the ground. That right palm can face towards me. Maybe it's elevated like a couple inches off the ground. Yeah. And then look down at your left knee. That right palm might flip away from the computer screen. One more breath here. Big inhale. Exhale. Release the neck, roll it through center, and then gently come up. And then you'll tilt your right ear over to your right shoulder. Fingertips are grazing the ground. Nice. That left palm can face towards me. Maybe you elevate the fingers a couple of inches if that feels good for you. Big breath here. And as you exhale, you look down towards that right knee. Maybe you flip the palm away from the computer screen. One more breath here. Big inhale. Exhale. Gently roll the neck through center, and then you'll come back up. Take one more big shrug of the shoulders up into the ears, and then melt the shoulder blades down the back. We'll roll actually onto our backs and have the knees and heels close enough so you can touch your heels with your fingers very gently. And we'll start with some glute bridges. So when you're ready, you can elevate the hips up into space and think of a strap being around the middle of your thighs. Create that tension for yourself. Knit the ribs together, the low ribs and the high ribs, so you're not flaring through the stomach. Start to pulse up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. Move the knees further over the toes and start to pulse the thighs in together. Little pulses for 10, like you're squeezing a soccer ball. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reset the hips. Pulse in the middle for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reset. This is the last one. Pulses in for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently lower the hips down. Hug the knees into the chest. Maybe you give a gentle rock, and we'll take a quick figure 4 on either side. So that left ankle can cross the right thigh bone. You thread the fingers around the left thigh. Maybe you gently pull it in. Just be mindful of your knee. And keep that left foot super flexed. 2 more breaths here. Big inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And as you exhale, you can swap your feet out so the right flexed foot crosses the left thigh bone this time, and you thread your fingers in between that space. Maybe you hug that left thigh a little bit closer into you. And if you don't love that, your hands can just rest on the ground, or you can grab the outside of either thigh. That feels really supportive as well. 1 more breath here. And then as you exhale, your legs will untangle, and bring your knees to 90 degrees. Make sure the knees are directly stacked over the hips. And you can actually, your toes, maybe you semi-point them, active through the feet though. And your arms will come up directly above you like you're holding a weight above your head, a book, like you're reading on the beach. And energy shooting through the fingers will start to move through, I hate the name of this exercise, we need to come up with something else, dead bugs. So that left arm will move back into space as the right leg slowly lowers towards the ground. Inhale, everything comes back together. Right arm moves, left leg moves. Everything lowers towards the ground, away from one another, tight through the core. Exhale, everything comes together. If you don't love this, your hands can come right onto your hips, and you can just move your knees away from you and just do your toe taps that way. We'll do 3 more either side. Left arm moves, right leg moves. Tight through the core, not flaring through the back here. Exhale, everything comes together. Right arm moves, left leg moves. Toe gently touches if that feels good for you. Exhale, everything comes together. Left arm moves. Inhale. Exhale, everything comes back together. Inhale, right arm moves, left leg moves. Exhale, everything comes together. Inhale, left arm moves. Exhale, come together. Inhale, right arm, left leg. Exhale, everything comes together. I think that was the last time. So your hands can come right behind the head. We'll just do a quick set of bicycles to burn the abs out. So elevate the shoulders off Left elbow to right knee. Extend that right leg out. Or left leg out. Exhale, switch. 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 5 more each side. 5. 4. 3. 2. We're almost there. 4, 1. Hug everything in. And maybe you take a gentle supine twist and the knees can knock over to the left. And maybe you just look off over your right shoulder. 2 breaths here. Big inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And as you exhale, the knees come up through center and you move them over to the other side. Look over that left shoulder. Big inhale. Exhale. Next breath. Your knees come back up through center and you hug them in. Make your way to a seat, and then however feels comfortable for you this morning, you can work your way to tabletop. Your fingers and your hands are directly under your shoulders. Your knees and your hips are stacked. Take 1 inhale, drop the belly, you look forward. Exhale, pushing around the spine. Inhale, push through the palms of the hands. Your face looks forward. Tuck the toes. And then exhale, push back to your down dog. Keep bent knees this morning. Maybe you just start to pedal the feet out as you work through, press into that left leg, and then press into the right. Maybe you start to play with pressing into opposite hand, opposite leg too. The feet can come wide, and maybe you take even more of a bent knee, so your belly might start to rest on your upper thighs. Big inhale. Exhale. Think of someone putting a belt in between your hip crease, pulling the hips up and back. Nice, you guys. And with your wide legs, you can start to walk your feet towards the front of the mat. And keep your knees pretty bent here. Drop the neck. Release all the tension that you're holding in your upper back. Maybe your hands come to the tops of your shoulders. You start to do some self-massage. Rub anything out that feels a little bit tight this morning. Maybe you find a gentle sway. And then when you're ready, the hands can rest on the feet, on the shins, wherever feels good. You'll bend the knees and you'll slowly roll up to stand. The head's the last thing to come up. Bring the feet together. Inhale, your arms can come high. Exhale, bring them together in heart center. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, your arms come high. Exhale, hands come together, heart center. We are ready to flow. Inhale, your arms high. Exhale, dive the body down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, your hands plant, that right leg steps back, find the low lunge. Inhale, your arms rise. Knit the stomach together, the low ribs and the high ribs, so we're not flaring. Exhale, hands plant, the back toes tuck. You step back, high push up to low push up. Shift forward to your forward facing dog, and then exhale, push back to your down dog. Inhale, that right leg high, and then pull it forward. You'll step on it, left knee gently touches down. Arms come high, knit the ribs together. Nice. Exhale, hands plant, surround the front foot, and you'll step forward to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, you'll roll up. Arms come high. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, your arms high. Exhale, dive the body down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, that left leg steps back this time. Knee touches down. Arms rise. You're in your low lunge. Big inhale up here. As you exhale, the hands surround the front foot. Step back and lower. Inhale, forward facing dog. Exhale, push back to your down dog. Inhale, that left leg high. Pull it in, knee to nose, and then you'll step on it. Find the low lunge. Right knee gently touches down. Inhale, the arms high. And then as you exhale, hands plant, step to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, slowly roll up. Arms come high. Exhale, hands come to heart center. We'll do one more spicy sun C. Inhale, your arms high. Exhale, dive the body down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands plant, right leg steps back. Knee touches down. You inhale, the arms rise. Exhale, hands surround the front foot. Listen closely, tuck the back toes. You push back to your down dog. Left leg crosses in front of the right. You're in your twisted down dog. Shift forward, you find your high push-up. Option to stay here. You can take this on your knees, or you can take some push-ups. For 3, 2, don't forget to breathe. 1, push back to your down dog, good job. Inhale that right leg high, pull it in, knee to nose. You'll find your low lunge once more. Your left knee gently touches down, arms rise. Exhale, you step forward to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold down. Bend the knees, slowly roll up. Your arms come high. And then we'll dive right back down. Find your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, the hands plant. Right leg steps back. The left leg steps back this time, sorry. Inhale, your arms high. Exhale, hands surround the front foot. Tuck the toes. Listen carefully. That right leg crosses in front of the left. Twisted down dog. Shift forward to your high push-up. And then again, options for you this morning. You can stay in your plank. You can take a plank on your knees. Or you can do a push-up in either of those two positions. For 3. Yeah, 2. You got it. 1. Push back to your down dog. Inhale, that left leg high. And then you'll pull it in, knee to nose, and step on it. Find the low lunge once more. Right knee touches down. Inhale, the arms rise. Exhale, hands plant. The back toes tuck and you'll step forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold down. Bend the knees, you'll slowly roll up. Your arms will come high. Exhale, hands to heart center. Nice. Bring the feet together for this one. We will find our favorite chair pose this morning. So inhale, your arms come high. Exhale, dive the body down. Inhale, halfway lift. The crown of the head goes long. And then as you exhale, super bend your knees. Your arms come back behind your hips. And then sweep them forward as you sit back, find your chair. Nice. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, your hands come together, meet at heart center. Pick up that left foot, and you'll gently and slowly step it back to your high lunge. Your arms will rise. Nice. From your high lunge, right leg is forward. You take a big inhale. Open up warrior two. From warrior two here, inhale, the toes come up and they'll face the long side of the mat. Take your flying warrior. Palms can touch at the top. Get long in your side bodies. Your hands can come to heart center here. We're going to bend over that back leg. Take our side lunge here. Nice. And then shift to bend over the front leg, side lunge. We'll take that one more time. Side lunge over the back leg, your left leg. And then shift once more, side lunge over the front leg. The hands will come to the ground. Pick up that back heel and start to pivot the toes to face the front of the mat. Yeah, perfect. From here, I like to have a block because I like to feel supported by something not the ground sometimes. My left hand is going to come to the inside of the right foot. I'm on tented fingertips, my right hand. Take a twisting lunge from here. Nice. Hold this for 2 more breaths. Big inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. That right hand comes down. Now, if you have a prop on the inside of that right foot, you can keep it there, or your right hand can just come to the inside of the right foot this time. We're still in our lunge, I'm sorry. Inhale, that left arm comes high this time. That right arm is on the inside of the right leg. And just take a twist the other side. 1 more breath, big inhale. Exhale, hands surround the front foot. You can move your prop out of the way if you had one. And just step to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold down. Keep your knees bent. And then just sit back into your chair pose. We'll take that on the other side. Hands come to heart center. That right leg moves up and slowly back. Take your high lunge. Arms move up. Energy shooting through the fingers. Nice. Good morning to our legs. Open up. Warrior two. Left leg's in front. That right leg is supporting you. You're pushing through the pinky edge toe. Inhale. The toes face the long edge of the mat. You take your flying warrior. Exhale. Hands come to heart center. You'll take a side lunge over that right leg towards the back of the mat. Nice. And you can use your hands to crawl here if you feel more supported. Shift forward over that forward leg, side lunge. Nice. 2 more times. Shift over the right leg, side lunge. Last time, over the left leg, we're in our side lunge. Hands come down to the ground. Nice. Pick up that back heel. The left toes start to pivot to the front of the mat. The right toes pivot to the front of the mat. Here's where I have my prop on the inside of that left foot. We're in our runner's lunge. Right hand can come inside of the left foot on the ground, on a block, on a water bottle. Left arm reaches up. Take that twisting lunge. Big inhale. Exhale. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. That left arm comes down on the inside of the left leg, and the right arm reaches up. You take a twisting lunge the other side. Nice. 1 inhale here. Exhale. Take your runner's lunge. Both hands surround the front leg. You'll step forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold down. Bend your knees. You sit back. Find your chair. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Come up to stand, hands to heart center. Grab a sip of water. Quick sip of water. We have 1 more standing vinyasa. Couple balances. Maybe I'll throw an arm balance. I feel like that could be fun this morning. And then we'll be on our way. So this next one, we're also gonna move towards chair because I'm super into the no down dogs because it's nice for our wrists. So feet together at the top of the mat. Inhale your arms high. Exhale, dive the body down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees. You sit back like you're going downhill skiing. Your arms come up. Find chair pose. Utkatasana. Big inhale here. Exhale, hands find heart center. You'll take twisting chair. That left elbow crosses over that right knee. Nice. Pick up the left heel. You'll step it back. Find your twisting high lunge. Right knee is forward. Big inhale, get long. There's one line from the crown of the head through the left heel. These look good. Inhale, your arms come high. Find your high lunge. Hold for one breath here, big inhale. On your exhale, open up, find your warrior two. And in your warrior two, think of getting strong through the arms. Your legs are supporting you. I have a teacher that says think of you're pulling the mat, so you're trying to find a wrinkle in the mat between your legs. Inhale, that left hand comes to your left hip, right arm reaches up and back as you take your reverse warrior. Nice. And then as you shift forward, right elbow comes to that right thigh, left arm spins up and over that left ear, side angle. Big inhale here. If you want, as you exhale, you can take that half bind. Left arm moves across the low back, finds that right hip crease. And if you want more, that right arm will move down so that the shoulder's on the inside of the knee. If you want to take the bind, find a bend in that left standing leg a little bit too. You'll go underneath the leg on the outside of your hip in search of those left fingers. Maybe they grasp one another. And if they do, you can connect, roll the shoulders open, look over the front leg. Hold it for 2, 1. Release the hands to the ground, pick up the back heel. The back knee gently touches down. The right toes open to the right. Right knee opens to the right. The right chest opens to the right. Move that back knee back a little bit. And then you move it back a little more. You can stay here if you'd like. You can come up on your toes, or you can reach back and find your twisting quad stretch. Whatever feels good for you this morning. And if you're in that twisting quad stretch, pull your heel back into the hip where your foot came from. So that left foot is getting pulled back into that left hip. Nice. One more breath here. As you exhale, gently release whatever you have. The toes will come face forward. Start to come back up onto your toes. Maybe you find your runner's lunge, and then you'll step forward to your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold down, bend the knees. You know what's coming. Sit back, find your chair. Nice. Inhale, find the bind. Hands come to heart center. That right elbow spins on the outside of the left thigh bone this time. Right heel moves up and slowly steps back. Find your twisting high lunge. 2 more breaths here. Big inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, your arms come high. Find your high lunge. Take 1 breath here. Big inhale. As you exhale, open up warrior 2. Nice. Legs are so strong. You're so strong. Arms are strong. Maybe you gaze over those front, your pointer and your middle finger. Right hand comes to your right hip, and you reach up and back through that left hand. Find your reverse warrior. Nice. Pretty, you guys. And then you'll start to shift forward to your side angle warrior. Left elbow to left thigh bone, right arm spins up and over that right ear. Beautiful. Option to stay here, or you can move to take the half bind or the full bind. Right arm will come across the low back, find that left hip crease. And you can totally stay here. Maybe your hand comes to a block and on the inside of your left foot, or your left hand can move underneath your left leg and you look underneath your body in search of your right fingertips. If you have them, roll the shoulders open and you look over that front leg. Hold for 2 more breaths. 1 more. As you exhale, hands come down, release, pick up the back heel, and it gently touches the knee gently touches the ground. Move that knee back, and then move it back once more. The left toes open to the left, and the left knee opens to the left, and the left chest opens to the left. If you have a block here, you can use that because sometimes it's a little bit easier to reach back and connect your hand to your foot to take your twisting quad stretch. I never started stumbling over that word until that string of words until this week. But it is a tongue twister. Big inhale here. Exhale. Inhale. As you exhale, gently release whatever you have. Move any props out of the way. You'll start to face everything forward. Maybe you find your runner's lunge on tented fingertips and you step forward to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold down. Make sure the feet are together. As you bend the knees, you sit back, find your chair. Big inhale. Exhale. Last inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. You can stand up. Nice. Shake the legs out. That was a hard few series, so nicely done. And it's only 7:40. We're crushing it. Let's come to equal standing on our feet, and maybe bring your hands to your hips and just start to make some gentle hip circles and feel your body's natural catch system in your feet, the bones in your feet, the muscles in your feet, your ankles, your knees, your hips. Everything's working to keep you standing. So we'll use that catch system as we find our balance. Let's ground through the right foot. That left leg can come to kickstand. And if this is how you want to take your tree today, you can stay here for the next couple of seconds. If you want to come a little bit higher, you can move that left foot to the right shin, or bring the knee out like you're doing a fire hydrant. Get that rotation in the hip, open up, and then place the foot on the inside of that right leg. Woo! Maybe you wobble a little, but my body caught me. Hands can come to heart center. Think of the leg and the foot are standing into one another. As your hands come to heart center, take a big inhale. Exhale, set your gaze. Maybe the hands start to move out to the side. And maybe you do some interpretive arm dancing while we're here. Your hands can move up your head. Maybe the palms touch. Maybe you can see them touch through your peripheral vision. You bring the hands back through heart center. Release the leg. Shake out that right leg. And we'll take tree on the other side. So again, left foot is grounded into the ground. You can take your kickstand or have it at the shin. But if you want to come higher, see how high you can get your hip, your knee. And if you want to take tree like this, like take it like this all day. But feel the rotation in your hip. The foot then comes on the inside of your left thigh. Nice. Nice, you guys. Hands come to heart center. Big inhale. Exhale, set your gaze. Think of one string pulling through your left instep, all the way through the leg, through the mid-body, up through the crown of your head. Get long. Arms come out to the side. And then maybe they take flight. They move up. Your gaze might move up. Your palms can touch above the head. Maybe you can see them touch. And your hands will come back to heart center. Beautiful. Release that right leg. Shake out the left. And we'll come down to a squat. Malasana. This is where we're going to have some fun on our arms. So I'll talk you guys through crow. We've done this a couple times, but I feel like we're ready. So from your squat, if you're up on your toes, that's also super comfortable. And it's whatever feels best for your body. Think of digging your arms in on the inside of your legs and creating tension from your upper tricep. It's pressing into the outside of your knee. Your hands will plant on the ground in front of you. And think of just squeezing your legs and your arms into one another for 3, 2, 1. Great. Release. Now, while your hands are planted, get comfortable and maybe you start to shift forward. Find your hands taking the weight. Maybe you pick up one foot at a time. The right foot lifts, and then maybe the left foot lifts, and then you come back to your squat. Beautiful. We'll try that a couple more times. Hands plant, you squeeze between the arms and legs. You shift forward, elbows come over wrists. Maybe the feet come off the ground this time as you find your crow. Beautiful, hold it, and then you can release. Nice. We'll take that one more time. Hands plant, come up on the toes so your hips are high. Give yourself a chance, and then you start to shift forward. Your gaze is like 6 inches, 12 inches in front of your fingers. Maybe you just pick up one foot at a time. And then you come right back down. Beautiful. Roll your wrists out. And then you can just sit down. And if you have a block or a book or a pillow, I recommend you have it. And if you don't, totally fine. We have options all morning. Roll onto your back. You can hug the knees into the chest. Maybe you just start to take a gentle rock side to side. And then the feet can plant on the ground as we prepare for bridge pose. So your feet are in the shape of an 11. I want you to put your hands on your hip bones. Pick up the hips very little. And think of pulling the pelvis bone underneath you so the back is long. And then put your hands underneath like the meaty part of your neck where your neck meets your skull. Pick up the neck gets long. Roll the shoulders underneath you. See if you can move the feet a little bit closer so you can graze the backs of the heels. And then press through the arms, lift the hips. We'll find our first bridge. If you want to take restorative bridge today, I offer that to you with a prop underneath your hips on whatever height feels good. So it'll come right underneath like your low back and you can just rest there. If you want to take A couple different bridge options. Clasp the hands underneath your hips and think of getting long in the forearms. Roll the shoulders underneath you and then sit on your forearms. If you're in supported bridge, unfortunately you don't have that option, but you're getting a nice rest. Take one more inhale wherever you are. And exhale. Inhale. Use the strength of your elbows and your upper arms to push the hips back up. Maybe you take your second bridge here. And think of the knees getting long over the toes and the chest moving further over your face. For 3, 2, 1. Gently lower the hips down. The knees hug in to the chest. And you can roll them away from one another. Take those little knee circles. And then maybe you roll them towards one another. And then roll onto your side. Find your way back up to seated. And then just push back to a lazy down dog. We're not here for long. That right leg will inhale high. And then pull it in, right knee to right elbow. Slide it down so the right knee is at your right wrist. And your right toes are pointing towards the back corner of the mat. You'll take your pigeon pose like this. And if you don't love pigeon, option for you to take figure 4 seated or on your back. If you have a prop here, I love props in pigeon. I often put one underneath this hip that's in front. I just feel super supported that way. And sometimes I have one underneath my belly in the front. Anna's seen me do this before. I just feel like it supports my low back as well. So if you have pillows or water bottles or props that you want to put all over your body, I offer that to you because like this, right here, I'll show you. If you want to try it, you'll put it like on the inside of your ankle and then you can just kind of like fold down over it. It is so beautiful. So take one more breath here in pigeon. And then you'll actually move my block out of the way. Sit on that right hip. Swing the left leg around. And that right sole of your foot is pressing into the inner thigh of the left leg. Pull that left hip in and underneath you. So your hips, both your hip bones, like if you were to shine flashlights against the wall in front of you, they should be facing forward. And then you'll start to twist over that front leg. Just start to walk the hands down. Think of your chest coming onto that thigh. Maybe that left elbow comes to the ground on the outside of your left shin. If that feels good for you. Inhale, get long, take a flat back. And then you'll exhale, fold down. One more breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Start to walk up the leg. And that left leg will plant flat in front of the right knee that's on the ground. That right knee can scoot underneath. You'll take your seated twist. And option to grab the right knee, the left knee with your left hand. Or if you want something a little deeper and you feel supported, you can grab it with maybe your right forearm or your right elbow. Big inhale here. And exhale. Last inhale. As you exhale, you'll come through center and find your way back to your tabletop. Untangle, unpretzel your legs, and then just push back to your down dog once more. So last time here today. That left leg will inhale high, and then you'll pull it in, left knee to left elbow. Slide the knee down the forearm to your wrist. Those toes are pointed towards the back corner of the mat. You'll take your pigeon pose this way this morning. So you can stay up on your hands. Again, always options for props everywhere. And after you've had a couple breaths on your hands, you can come down to your forearms. Couple more breaths here. Big inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Sit on that left hip. The right leg swings around. You'll take your forward fold this way. Half forward fold. So make sure you pull that hip into its socket. The sole of the left foot is married to the inside of that right leg. Get long through the crown of your head. Think of someone pulling a string from your tailbone all the way up the spine through the crown of your head. And then maybe you start to walk down the leg. So your chest rests on your thigh. That right forearm might rest on the outside of your right shin. Inhale, get long. Exhale, fold down once more. Drop the head. One more breath here. Big inhale. As you exhale, start to walk up the leg. That right knee can plant, that right foot can plant. The knee comes up. Left knee will scoot underneath if that feels comfortable for you. Or you can, again, you can be in figure four this whole time if you want. And maybe you take your seated twist. Either you grab that right knee with your right hand, or with your left hand, your left forearm, your left elbow. Think of getting long in the back, like there's a broomstick from your tailbone all the way up through the crown of your head. Big inhale. Exhale. As you inhale, move towards the front of the mat. Your feet can plant, and you'll start to roll slowly down. Maybe you hug your knees in, give yourself one last gentle rock. And then when you're ready, you can spread out, take up as much space as you want this morning. And again, I'd like you to bring your hands to your hips and pick them up a little bit, get long in the low back. Bring your hands to the base of the spine, base of the skull, and pick up the head, get long, so that you're not kind of like resting all crunched up. Roll the shoulder blades underneath you. Take one big inhale. And then you'll exhale. Sigh everything out. Inhale. Shavasana. Start to deepen your inhales and your exhales. And maybe start to bring some movement back to your fingers and your toes. Take one big inhale. Exhale, side out. Your next inhale, knees will come into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. And then inhale. On the exhale, you'll topple over to one side. The knees are hugged into the chest. Maybe you rest on your arms. Next big inhale, use the strength of your arms to push you up to an easy seat. You can come to cross-legged or whatever feels good for you this morning. And you can keep your eyes gently closed, or if you're on a fixed spot, your hands can come flat across your chest. We'll close with 2 big inhales and exhales together as a class. Inhale. Exhale. This next inhale will be the biggest of the day. Big inhale. And exhale, side out. You can bring your hands together at heart center. Thank you for joining me in practice today. I appreciate all of you. I appreciate your love and your light. And please send love and light out to someone today. Namaste.